Hello Year 2 and welcome to English this morning. So first of all, I just want to say I'm really sorry if I wasn't very clear in my instructions yesterday and you accidentally wrote your instructions on how to make a sandwich. Please don't worry, and I apologise if I confused you. So today, building on from yesterday, we are going to be publishing our final piece. So it's what we've been building up to over the last couple of weeks, inspired by our hook day when we made boats ourselves in the classroom. So today we're going to be writing the second part of our instructions on how to make a boat that floats. And for that reason, we're not going to write the long day or the learning objective. We're just going to write the short day in the margin so that we can carry on from where we were yesterday. So please pause the video here and write the short date 14.1.21. Well done, Year 2. So we're just going to talk through the thinking boxes to success again, just to refresh our memories. So the purpose of writing our instructions is to explain how to make a boat that floats. Okay, so that somebody else can pick up these instructions and follow them to make that product as well. So we want to be really clear with our descriptions. Our audience is your choice. And like I said, it's really important that we make that decision before we started to write. So hopefully you know who you're going to either send a picture to or make a phone call to share your instructions with. And I'd love to hear about that experience. Today, thinking about the key features, we're going to be particularly focusing on what you do and our top tip, as hopefully by now you've written the title, the introduction, and what you need using commas in a list. Zooming out to our grammar skills, of course, hopefully we've already proved using commas in a list for what we need. But today, when we write what you do, it's going to be really important that we use compound sentences to join together ideas and add more detail for our reader. And when writing our instructions, we want to sequence them in order using time conjunctions. So for example, first, next, then, followed by our imperative verbs to create a command. So that's sharing what we're asking the reader to do. So for example, fold would be an imperative verb if I was to give the command, fold the paper. And it'd be really brilliant if you can challenge yourself and use adverbs to add detail to the imperative verbs. So for example, carefully fold the paper. Okay, so first of all today I really wanted to celebrate some writing and share it with you all whilst we're not in the classroom together and able to do that. So what I have done is taken a screenshot, so a photo of every piece of writing on Class Dojo on how to make a boat that floats. I know I saw some amazing writing on how to make a sandwich, but the reason I haven't included that is just to avoid confusing everyone. I'm still equally as proud of your amazing writing and particularly your perseverance if you've had another go at writing how to make a boat that floats. So on your screen you can see some superstar writing and I'm going to read some of it to you. So, have you wondered how to build a boat that floats? If so, don't worry, help is at hand. Read these instructions to help you build a boat that floats. So that was the first introduction from that top piece there. So I'm just going to share with you each introduction. How to make a boat that floats. Some people like rafts because you can lay down. It flows with the water and gets you where you need to go. If you want to make a raft, use these instructions. Having a look at this one at the bottom here, it says, have you ever wanted to make a boat? Are you wanting to make one today? If so, don't worry, help is here. Please read these instructions and start making your boat. Okay, moving on. I'm going to try really my best to read this one at the top here. Okay, not because of the handwriting's beautiful, I just mean the picture quality. Have you ever wondered how to make a boat that floats? I'm unsure of this sentence here, but I can see it says here, help is at hand. Read these instructions to find out how easy it can be. Brilliant ending there. Okay, and moving on to this next one here. It says, how to make a boat that floats. Are you bored? If you are, why not make a boat? Help is at hand. Read these instructions and you will find out how to make a boat. So all of these introductions are so clear and they're really hooking the reader. So well done, Year 2. Some more examples here. Have you ever wanted to bring a snack in the pool? If so, this is a design for you. Follow these instructions and you will make a perfect waterproof boat that floats to put your yummy snack in, which will stay dry. I like here in this example, it says perfect waterproof boat. There's 2 adjectives before the noun there, which is brilliant. Okay, let's have another look at this amazing writing. Have you been wanting a teddy to cross the sea? You are in luck. You can make your very own boat. All you need to do is read these instructions so you can make an amazing boat. Again, brilliant. I love how the word amazing, the adjective amazing, has been used before the noun boat. So all of these examples I've shared are incredible, Year 2. I just wanted to finish here with, I think you must have seen it on the class stories, there's Ocean's writing here. So I'm just going to read the introduction to you as I felt really hooked the audience. So how to make a boat that floats. Do you like to have fun with arts and crafts? I knew you would say yes, so I'm going to show you now. Floating boats are exciting, for they are made from recycled materials, can be decorated however you like, and you will love to see your boat float after all your hard work. Read these instructions so you can make your own beautiful floating boat. So I thought it was brilliant there with the punctuation that's been used. You can see question marks, exclamation marks. I'm going to get my highlighting tool just to share these key. Oh, that's huge. Let's make that a bit smaller. Got a question mark here, exclamation mark. You've got commas in a list here. You've got coordinating conjunctions, for, so, and again we've got an adjective before the noun. It's a beautiful floating boat, creating a noun phrase. So they're just some key features I've quickly pulled out there to share with you. But all of your writing, whether it was on how to make a boat that floats or how to make a sandwich, was amazing. So well done, Year 2. Okay, so today I'm going to be sharing with you a modelled write on a few steps on how to make a sandwich, just to model the process with you of writing instructions. However, when it comes to your turn, you're going to be doing it on how to make a boat that floats, okay? The reason they're different, just like we write stories and I do it on the class text and you do it on your innovation, it's just so that when we do our writing, it's our own ideas. Okay, so what's the first thing we need today if we're writing the key feature on the steps that we're going to be following? Well done. We need the heading, what you do. Okay, so I'm going to leave a line. So there's a line separating what you need in my book, just that it's not all together. So I'm going to leave a line and then write the heading, what you do. I'm going to have a colon there. Okay, and I'm going to come down to a new line underneath. Brilliant. So what's the first thing we need when writing our instructions? So when we're thinking about writing the steps of what you do. Well done. We need a numbered point. So it's our first instruction. So we're going to have number 1, and it'd be great to write this in the margin and a dot, so a full stop there. Okay. So I know that I need to use a time conjunction at the start of each instruction. So what time conjunction could I use? First, well done, as it is the first instruction. Brilliant. So, first, brilliant. Okay, So I need to write my first instruction on how to make a sandwich. So similar to making the boat, we need to gather the things that we need. So I'm going to begin with first, decide what type of filling you. Oh, this is one of our year 2 common exception words, would. How do you spell would? Talk to your talk partner or the adult at home helping you. Well done. Now, Mrs. Wolford has a rhyme that she always shares for this one. It's oh, you lucky duck. Okay, so that's how we spell would. Very similar to the words could and should. So first, decide what type of filling you would like. I could finish there and have one main clause, but I know when I look back at the thinking boxes to success, today I really need to be proving compound sentences. So I think I'm going to use the coordinating conjunction for as a very similar meaning to because, and I want to explain why they need to decide what type of filling they would like. So first, decide what type of filling you would like. For Paul, apparently, for you need to check if there is some available. Available. Brilliant. So I'm using my sounds to help me sound out words when I find them a little bit tricky. Brilliant. So we read that first instruction together, year 2. I'm just going to highlight the time conjunction as well, as that's one of those grammar features I really need to be thinking about. Are you ready? Number 1. First, decide what type of filling you would like, for you need to check if there is some available. Full stop. Well done. Got my kung fu actions in there. So when you're checking through your writing, you might want to use your kung fu punctuation. So we have our capital letters and our full stops. Okay. What shall I begin the next instruction with, year 2? Number 2. Well done. And what time conjunction shall I use? Brilliant. So I'm going to get a different colour pen just to highlight that key feature with you. And we're going to use next. Okay. So I've got my time conjunction. What's the next thing that they need to do? So they've chosen their filling. Okay, they need to get the bread. So next, take 2 slices of I don't just want to say bread. I think I can make my writing a bit more exciting and add detail for the reader. I'm going to go for brown bread. It's a healthy option, isn't it? So brown bread. And so I got my coordinating conjunction and, so I'm going to join my first main clause with another main clause to add another idea. Just going to go back to the thinking boxes. So there's a challenge today, wasn't there? So I'm just going to have a look. Ah, yes, I see. It says challenge. Use adverbs. Okay. They often end in the suffix ly. Like carefully, slowly. Okay, so I'm thinking about spreading the butter. How could they spread the butter? Do they want lots of it on the bread? Big lumps of it? What adverb could we use to describe how the audience could spread the butter? Well done. So I'm thinking that they could spread the butter thinly. So, and thinly spread the butter across each of them on one side only. Okay, next instruction. I was waiting to see if you'd catch me out, year 2. Well done, I forgot a full stop. Silly me, we must end each sentence with a full stop. They are so important. Okay, we're just going to go through one more instruction together to model that process. Of course, they won't be finished. I also want to maximise the time that you have for writing your own. So number 3, let's have a think. What time conjunction could we use next? Well, I used one myself then. Well done, we could use the time conjunction then. Brilliant. Okay, so what do they need to do next? They've chosen their filling, they've buttered the bread. What do they need to do next? Well done, they need to add the filling. Okay, so I'm thinking of the imperative word put. That's the action they're going to do. So then put your filling filling on one slice of bread. Okay, then put your filling on one slice of bread. So I've got one main clause. I want to use a coordinating conjunction, as I really need to be thinking about those today. So far, what coordinating conjunctions have I used? Well done, I've used for and. So I'm thinking of using a variety today. I really want to challenge myself. So I'm going to use but. So I've got, then put your filling on one slice of bread, but make sure it is butter side up. Full stop. Brilliant. Thanks for your help, Year 2. So just whilst we're looking at the first few steps of what you do, there are some other key features I haven't highlighted in a different colour pen. So for example, I really wanted to add detail to the nouns to provide more description for the reader. So rather than just bread, we've got brown bread as our noun phrase. That's just one example. And I've also used the adverb thinly to add detail to the imperative verb to describe how to apply that action. Okay, so they're just steps 1, 2 and 3, and of course I would need to continue those, but I'm going to pause there to model the next part of our instructions. So once you've finished what you do on how to make a boat that floats, what's the next key feature that you need to include? Well done, the top tip. So my top tip. As you can see, I've left a line here in between my instructions on what you do and my top tips. Just really carefully lay my writing out so that the reader can really enjoy it rather than have to unpick it. So I've got top tip, and then I'm going to start a new line underneath. Can you think of a top tip for when you make a sandwich, Year 2? Well done. So I'm thinking of suggesting they cut their sandwiches into triangles, because not only does it look nice, but from doing a little bit of research, apparently you get more sandwich filling per bite, which is interesting. So I'm going to go with, start with the imperative verb, cut your sandwiches into 4 triangles. Now, what coordinating conjunction can I use which has the same meaning as because to explain why they should cut them into triangles? Because that might encourage them to want to do it. Well done, 4. So cut your sandwich into triangles. 4. This will give you more sandwich filling per bite. Cut your sandwiches into 4 triangles, for this will give you more sandwich filling per bite. Brilliant. So that's just modelling the process with you of what you're going to be doing today, or how to make a boat that floats, writing what you do. Of course, finishing your instructions though, whereas I haven't, and top tip. So today, as you can see for the task, we mustn't forget those capital letters and our punctuation. Okay, so particularly today, thinking about capital letters and full stops. Of course, if you come across needing to use commas and question marks and exclamation marks, using them where you need. And it's really important that we focus on our handwriting, okay, making sure that we're using our pencil and using our cursive and joined handwriting in our books. So today, please publish the second part of your instructions on how to make a boat that floats, focusing on the following key features: what you do and the top tip at the end. Please return to the thinking boxes to success as a helpful tool. So for an example, you might look at the time conjunctions to begin each instruction with. So similar to how I modelled, it'd be great to have this up to keep going back to it and looking at that word bank of coordinating conjunctions, also thinking, okay, what time conjunctions could I use? It's just really useful so to see that reminder of the challenge, thinking about how you can use adverbs, okay? So on the screen now, you can see the writing structure. So it'd be good to have the heading, what you do. To number your instructions, you might have more than 5, and have a top tip, but you've left a line before you've written the heading, top tip, okay? So I hope that you enjoy the task today, Year 2, and I really look forward to reading your final pieces of this unit, okay? So try your best, which I'm sure you will, and I really, really look forward to reading them. Well done, Year 2.